Hello and welcome and thanks for joining the stream. Do appreciate you coming in, spending your precious time hanging out with me as I experience the game for the first time. You being here just makes the stream more fun in general and also helps me focus, helps motivate and encourage me to actually play and finish the games that I get rather than them sitting in some sort of backlog. So thank you for that. It's more Trails in the Sky SC as part of. Okay, thank you, phone. As part of my project to complete the entire Legend of Heroes series. Um, so yeah, I normally play this on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Generally, all my streams are in the morning because I work afternoons. But yeah, thanks for your time. Hope I can create an enjoyable experience and we can have some fun. I'm sure we will, but there's my controller. It is today is December 5th, Thursday. It is the 14th stream in this game. So it started. Oops, not start. I was thinking the word start in my head, so I clicked start. Yeah, it has been a little while since I played this last because it was American Thanksgiving if you don't live here in the States. I was busy cleaning and hanging out with family and stuff. I was planning on reading this, but I don't know if it's worth it. I mean, I was planning on reading it in off stream. Man, this is a lot of chapters to read. Village, Pedro, small boy, not very strong, but his fingers were dexterous enough to astonish anyone. Ooh, has dexterous fingers. That's a crowd pleaser. With this whittling knife, wooden blocks would turn into birds and wonderful creatures as if by magic. Oh, that is pretty cool. Is he like I was gonna say Geppetto, but like Pinocchio didn't turn into a boy because of his magic. It was because of wishing upon a star. Anyway, weird sidetrack. Boy spent his days with these crafts as his life. One day, strange travelers came by the village. An old man with sharp eyes and a large man in black garb casually strolled into the general store, whereupon their eyes were drawn to a wooden bird so cunningly carved that one could almost hear its wings beat the air. It was Pedro's latest creation. After inquiring with the owner of the general store, the old man and his escort came upon the little house where Pedro lived, and the first words they had for him were, "Prepare your things. We're leaving for the city." Pedro's eyes widened in shock at the order. "What is this?" he cried. "Who are you people, any?" His eyes fell on the large man in black. Pedro's words caught in his throat. The old man chuckled. "So you did notice. I thought you would." From the old man's fingers stretched transparent threads. He gestured, and the black-garbed man bowed gracefully. The immense man was a clockwork puppet. Uh, oh, so the old man has like similar powers? "He is the Black Priest," the old man said. "My finest work." His wrinkled face creased further as he smiled slyly. He was the famous master Capri or Oratoria, a puppeteer known throughout Weltluna. Oratoria fixed Pedro with a beady eye. "You could craft something even greater than this. Doesn't the mere thought excite you?" No more words were needed. Tossing his carving knife into a sack, Pedro fixed his cap on his head and greeted his new master by saying farewell to his old home. Huh. Maybe we can like I'm 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 gonna guess, and I'm fairly confident in this guess, that this book series is online, and I don't think it'll be very interesting to read the whole thing on stream. So we're just gonna kind of like. Through 8 series through 16. Man, that is a long book series. Like 22 chapters. Well, I guess the pages, each chapter is only like 4 pages long. But yeah, well, I'm kind of interested in reading this. I just don't want to read it on the stream. Okay, now we need to go to the Erebonian embassy. Hello, Bergen. You've been well, I hope. Olivier? Where in the hell have you been? Why, I've been places. What's wrong? Huh, what's wrong, he says. You've been totally incommunicado ever since you went to Elmo. Major Vander's been ready to throw you out a window. Ah, he wishes to launch me like a love rocket. Adorable. A love rocket, giggity. Olivier? Did you seriously forget to tell Mueller and the embassy you were with us? Hahaha. When wandering the roads hunting for love, one must be discreet and secretive. Well, Bergen, may we enter? I can't say no to you, but, who's with you? Oh, we're from the Bracer Guild. We'd like to ask the ambassador a few things, if that's okay. We thought we'd try having Olivier introduce us. Oh, okay. Well, there shouldn't be a problem with letting you in then. Welcome to the Erebonian Embassy. Do remember that the embassy is Erebonian soil, so be careful, yeah? We will be. And with this, we've visited 2 foreign countries. We're such a world traveler. This is quite the building. Whoa, this place definitely matches the Calvardian embassy in terms of fanciness. Grandiose yet powerful at the same time. It's very imperial, if nothing else. Hmm. It is a stage upon which the Empire can parade its influence and power. Alas, that the actors are unequal to the set dressing. You realize Lord Crana would hit the roof if he heard you say that. Ah, my most bosom companion. It has been an age. Are you well, dear Mueller? It would be better if I could cut you in half and be done with it. If I'm remembering this correctly, Vander is an important name because it is apparently one of the most influential, um, like sword fighting schools. I'm sure it teaches other stuff, but like the what's her name? I'm blanking on the other school of sword fighting. The two most well known anyway. Um, what's her last name? lore or something in Trails of Cold Steel. But yeah, there's two famous, um, the two most famous sword fighting schools are the Xander School, or Vander, and oh god, I can't remember the other school. It'll come to me. Uh, I told you again and again to ensure we're constantly aware of your location and you. But tis a tactic in the war of love. Did you know absence makes the heart grow fonder? That is kind of true. Estelle Bright, you have my thanks. I can only imagine the trouble this idiot's been causing you. Actually, he hasn't been too bad, I guess. He's been really well-mannered comparatively. Well, ignoring the lunatic. I presume you have business here at the embassy. Yes, sir. We would like to speak to the ambassador. Estelle explained her desire to meet the ambassador concerning the letter. That letter, right. I've been somewhat concerned myself, but I'm surprised the guild is acting. This is a request from Brigadier General Bright and the Royal Army, I take it. Technically, yes, but we're trying to investigate it as neutrally as we can, you know. Nobody's guilty till proven, that kind of thing. Commendable mindset, no doubt why he chose you. Very well, I shall introduce you to Lord Ambassador Crano. I suspect you'll find it easier to gain his trust if I do the introductions as opposed to a certain someone. Really? Thanks, Mueller. Yeah, thanks. Thank you, sir. Wait. You really have so little faith in me? You, thought we had faith in you for this? If you introduced us, he'd probably want to have us kicked out. Sorry, Olivier. Ah, the sting of being forsaken. The sting of truth, maybe. Lord Crana is in his office on the second floor. I shall go announce your arrival. Give me a moment. We'll wait then. So do we just wait here, or do we just, like, go up there and assume he... Oh, hey, it's been a while, Olivier. Are these your guests? Indeed. One could call them guests, but I'm more inclined to think of them as my soulmates. Our days spent together have been so tender, so sweet. I feel to merely call this force love does a disservice to our bond. Is that not so, Estelle? My. Wait, does that mean you've dropped Mueller? My my head hurts. I think I'm starting to understand Mueller's suffering. All the books in this room were published in Liberal. To learn about someone's nation, start with their culture. You're free to read them, but please put them back where you found them once you're done. Carnelia. This is a series that's in that continues on. It makes a like another appearance in the Trails of Cold Steel series. Huh. Maybe I'll read it when I play that series, or maybe not. Not on stream anyway. The closest imperial city to Liberl borders in a place called Parm. I'm actually from there, by the way. It's close to Bose, which makes it convenient to return home for visits. Of course, it's not so convenient to visit the imperial capital from there. There aren't any public scheduled liners in Erebonia, so I have to switch over to the railway system. Hey, Olivier. I heard you went to the hot springs. I'm so envious. I've been working until I'm dead on my feet, getting ready for the signing ceremony. So this is the office, wow. Indeed. Shall we make our grand entrance and shock the ambassador into silence? Mueller can totally cut you in half, you know. I apologize for the wait. Lord Crana will see you now. Let's go then. Welcome to the Erebonian Embassy guests. I am Lord Davil Crana, the duly appointed ambassador and voice of the Empire in this land. I'm a Cellbrite of the Bracer Guild. Zin Vathek, also of the guild. I'm Chloe Rin's second-year student at the Janus Royal Academy and assistant to the Racers. And I am the servant of love and peace, Olivier Lenheim. Ugh, you. I heard you'd gone missing in the Elmo village. Try not to worry Mueller further, Olivier. For me, or me for that matter. Such a strict dressing down. Much more, and I'll have to lose my jacket. Ugh. Putting that aside, you are here to inquire about the threatening letter, yes? What do you want to know? Okay, I'll be discreet, or I'll be direct, sir. Do you have any idea who might be behind the letter? Is there anyone in the Empire who might oppose the signing of the pact? My, you are a direct young bracer, I appreciate that. I can tell you truthfully, however, that I can think of no such person. His Majesty is very happy with the pact as it stands, in fact, and no one within the Empire would be foolish enough to gainsay his leadership on such a matter, of course. Yeah, I bet. So you think it's the work of someone outside the Empire, then? What other answer could there be? If you want my opinion, it's the opposition party in Calvard behind all this. Some silly ploy to make the president look bad, no doubt. Opposition. Doing whatever it pleases, this is the perfect example of the fallacies of mob rule. That's a very misleading framing of a situation. Like if you think giving people direct power, direct democracy is like mob rule because oh, they're so beneath the they should know their betters. They should. Good sir, I am the elite and I shall make the decisions around here. Like that kind of mentality. Like a mob, it has the connotation of it being like it's unruly, it's unlawful, it's unjust, it's just chaos. Um, and if you, but there's always like a good way and a bad, not always, but almost always a good way or a bad way to do things. Uh, so like you could have like direct democracy where people have more input and more power, and it's spread around more, and they can vote and stuff like that. But obviously, if it's just like everyone for themselves and it's just chaos, that's a bad thing. So. Huh. I have to question that, your lordship. Don't get me wrong, our major political parties basically beat each other over the head at any time they can, but even if the pact fell apart due to this, I don't think anyone could blame it on President Rocksmith. Rocksmith? Okay. Details. You think the mob thinks like that? Ha! All I can say for certain is that the person issuing these threats cannot be from our empire. That should be more than enough assurance for you. Well, excuse me, Lord Crana? May I ask what Chancellor Osborne's opinion of the non-aggression pact is? What? Huh. Flawless, riposte Chloe. Who? The highest appointed official of our most glorious and august imperial government. The Blood and Iron Chancellor, Gileath Osborne. His nickname comes from his personal motto: our nation's peace must be built on a foundation of blood and iron. He has overseen the expansion of the rail system, as well as our annexation of several smaller states on our borders through less than diplomatic means. Hey, what's up, Ashka? This ain't Star Wars. You're correct. This isn't Star Wars. I'm putting Star Wars in my Monday Tuesday slot where I was playing Neo. And I still want to do this project of mine, this project to get through the entire Legend of Heroes series, and I'm still reserving Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to play this if I stream. But yeah, I'll play Star Wars again on Monday. Oh, is it? Shoot. Oh, I gotta change that. Whoopsie. Okay, hold on. Let me edit stream info. It's a good thing you're here then, so I can fix it. Hold on. I'm gonna put this over here for now. Okay, sky, cold, steel. I always forget something. Okay, I changed it. Okay, is it fixed now? Thanks for letting me know. Okay, good. Annex. Wait, you mean he... Oh, Olivier! How can you criticize your empire's chancellor? Hey man, you gotta be able to criticize. Even if you don't, necessarily like it or whatever, if it's coming from a good place, if it's a good faith criticism because you want things to be better, it's important to be able to criticize people or things or whatever. Oh, but Davil, how was I criticizing? I simply stated the facts. But come now, it wouldn't hurt to be a bit more cooperative, no? We've already spoken with the lovely Ambassador Cochrane over at the Calvardian Embassy. She was quite helpful, you see. What? Why, if we don't help these people now, it will give them cause to doubt the character of Erebonia. That would be a tragedy, wouldn't you agree? Ugh. My Lord Crano, there's no need to keep information related to this hidden. May I humbly suggest that being open in this case will not present a problem. You may have a point, Mueller. Very well. To answer your question, Miss, Chancellor Osborne, like His Majesty, is most receptive to this pact. In fact, I hear he is actually the one who suggested His Majesty should sign it. Really? Hmm. That's because he's looking forward to getting the engine, right? No. Apparently he's recommended it to His Majesty before any mention of the engine. If anything, I'm glad there is harmony at home over this pact. There's been no pressure for us to negotiate. Hmm. Hate to say it, Estelle, but it's looking like there really isn't any chance it's someone from the Empire. Yeah, it looks that way. Ambassador, thanks a lot for answering our questions. Gosh, my nose is so stuffy. Humph. See, it was as I said. If you're looking for the guilty party, you should look elsewhere. Oh, but one sec. If you don't mind, we have one more question. Estelle asked Lord Crana about Rand's parents. Yes, a pitiable situation, the separation of a child from her parents. Imperial traders do visit the embassy at times, but a merchant from Crossbell, I do not recall such a man, no. Are you familiar with this Hayworth Mueller? No, I've never heard of the man either. Really? Aw, this is starting to look kinda grim. To search at once for both a blackmailer and a lost child's parents sounds most trying. It may seem trite, but I do wish you luck, young lady. Thanks, Mr. Lord Crana. Allow me to show you the gate then. The path of the Bracer continues to prove itself harsh one indeed. Several months ago, I received reports concerning the Bracer Guild. Various branches have been attacked in my country one after the other. Given that you're bracers yourselves, I fear that you may be an easy target for whoever is responsible. I wish you and your fellow bracers well. Do not lose hope. This, what he said, comes up in the sequels in the Trails of Cold Steel series. That issue comes up again. I imagine you must be having a difficult time finding the culprit, though I suppose if there was some clue, any clue at all, we wouldn't be in a position we're in now. Still, don't hesitate to let us know if we can be of any assistance. Thanks, Mueller. Talking with the ambassador was a big help. No, you don't need to thank me. I didn't do anything important, really. Besides, this is a problem affecting all our nations. We should be working together. Ah, indeed. I do hope we can solve this. Huh? Oliver, you're awfully quiet. Huh? Ah, it's nothing. I was simply lost in the reverie for a moment. It doesn't concern our current business. Pay me no mind. Okay. Oliver, you'll be staying here at the embassy in the evenings while you're here in Gronsel, yes? Where else? I would not miss the chance to have more sweet dreams in your bed, as always. What a creep. What? Oh my. Stop with the jokes before you give the ladies too many ideas and images. Push those jokes too far and I may have to spear you upon the embassy flagpole. Or spear him in another way. Ah, so that's the direction I should approach from? You teach me more every day. Alternately, I could just cut you in half right here. I'm sure I could explain it to Lord Cranagh. Oh. That would be rather less lovely. Forgive the joke, my friend. Ah, so that's how you keep all of your under control. Maybe I should write this down. I'd say they match each other perfectly myself. That's a terrifying thought. Well, regardless, I shall pardon myself here. Good luck with the rest of your investigation. Thanks again, Mueller. Okay, looks like we got some daylight to burn still. How about we put the liberal news aside for the moment and go to Cronsel Castle instead. After you. Okay, let's check. Check the Bracer Guild just in case. The missing exhibit. History Museum. 3000 Mira. A bit ago, one of our exhibits was removed by someone. It's not a particularly valuable item, so it's likely just a prank, but I would like to ask for an investigation just to be safe. Please come to our museum near the landing port. Museum director. Okay, it's a short time frame you can do it, so it's good we checked in. Gosh, I hate when my nose is stuffy. Like cough and stuff, like I can deal with. Like I'll just, you know, take some. Like I'm eating cough drops right now, but it doesn't really help with the stuffy nose so much. I'm gonna sneeze. Hello there, how can I help you? Better yet, how can we help you? We're with the Racer Guild, sir. Oh, excellent. I was hoping someone would come soon. Let's waste no time getting down to business. Sure. What was stolen? Above that, did you notice anything off here? Off? This is the airship gallery, right? Now that you mention it, something seems to be missing. You're right, Estelle. There was a portrait of the Arsail on this wall, as I recall. Now that you mention it, Chloe, I do remember something like that being here. How could I forget? I saw the portrait myself while touring the capital. Guess we know why you called us now. The portrait of the Arsail was stolen, wasn't it? Precisely that. It was there this morning, but around noon or so, I noticed it was gone. This card was on the wall on its place. O beauteous princess and her loyal companions. The image of the proud white falcon has fallen into my hands. Should you seek it, then answer my challenge. First key is in the residence of the aged general. Search the onlooker of time. Him again. Our rivalry burns brighter still. Yeah, it sounds like like Phantom Thief Blue Blanc again, alright? You guys told me about him, but I thought you were exaggerating. You already know who the criminal is? Now that's what I call reassuring. I have every confidence you'll crack this case. We won't let you down. We'll be back before you know it. Oh, hi. Ah, Estelle. The spinning wheel's really simple, but it condensed a lot of different inventions into it. The person who created this is pretty incredible, huh? I want to invent something like this someday. And she's gone started. Things like this may seem kind of insignificant at face value. Like it's a cool invention. It's like, oh, you can make clothes and stuff. Like there was like I forget who ranked the most important, most influential people, and the number one slot was kind of like interesting. Like number two was given to Isaac Newton for obvious reasons, but number one was actually given to Johannes Gutenberg for his invention of the quote unquote invention of the printing press. There's some speculation that the someone somewhere in China it was invented around the same time, and it's kind of unclear on who actually invented it first. But but let's but taking it at face value that he invented the printing press, like that like before when you're creating like newspapers or printing books, you had to kind of like individually place letters in a press, and like you'd print out a paper, like you put the press, you put the ink, and you'd press it, and then you'd make a page of whatever you're doing. Um, but he invented a machine that kind of did that quickly, so you were able to print out stuff very quickly, and more importantly, make multiple copies of things faster. So then than having like one single copy of a book, you could make it a ton of books, and then that was able to spread information quickly. So like books became cheaper, you could have like more lower income people buying like school books and stuff like that and learning. So it was about the proliferation of information. So it was kind of compared to the idea of the internet, because the internet was able to like spread information all over the place as long as you had like, um, you had access to it. So like that's why it was like such a significant thing slash event. I have 2 months to get ready for Neo 2. Yeah. Um, I think that's enough time for me to like beat the DLC in my off time, just on my own. But I don't know, because I am playing a ton of other stuff at the moment at the same time. It's crazy. Tita always gets this weird look in her eyes when she sees a machine. Is she always like this? Yes. Sorry, that's pretty much her default setting. Stay away from the DLC? Why? Do you not like it? Yorogimi will wreck you. I'm kind of interested in the story for the DLC though, because there's like some like Spanish European chick in there, and I'm kind of interested in her story. Like the story about the ebony samurai, like how he was a slave brought over, but then he became like a samurai. That was kind of interesting. Marie-chan, yeah, kind of interesting. Interested in her backstory. Um, you only fight her one time. That's enough. I'm just interested. And I'm fairly confident that that story doesn't necessarily carry over to Neo 2, so it's like I can kind of beat it anytime, but we'll see. In DLC 3, Yasha's getting wrecked by Yodogimi. Oh, okay. So the aged general is probably General Morgan. In that case, is this the onlooker of time? I'd say it's likely. We'll need to check inside. Estelle asked and received permission from the owners of the house to investigate the clock. Upon inspection, they found a card stuck to the back. The second key is in the city. Seek the symbol perched on the ground. As we thought. My, to think something like that was in this house. Well, this guy isn't the type to harm people who aren't involved in his weird plans, so don't worry. Best to close up tight at night, just in case there's any more mischief, though. Yes, of course. Yes, we'll be careful. Alright, shall we continue? symbol on the ground. In the city, symbol perched on the ground. Perched implies like a bird. Bird on the ground. Bird on the ground. Give me a second. Oh, that's not where I'm going. What's this called? Cafe Sunnyvale Inn. Maybe it is this. What's this called? Perched on the ground. Perched on the ground. What's this? Oh, her wiki. I don't really want to look at her wiki because it might be like spoilers. But yeah, she's cute, and she has like she's wearing a kimono. Kimonos are very is a very attractive look. Bird perched on the ground. Oh man, I really have no clue what that clue means. Bird perched on the ground in the city, and the symbol perched on the ground. Okay, so we have to break this. We have to break this apart. So like the old general, that was his house. So in the city, it could be anywhere in the city, and symbol perched on the ground is like anywhere. I don't remember seeing any kind of like perch. Oh, does the perch mean like the bird refers to the airliner? Is that it? Getting that no hit on Maria-chan was pain in the ass. Is that a trophy to not get hit by her? Oh, a title which gives you points. Okay. Okay. Huh. Title for using no guardian? Oh, really? Huh. This is the only place I can think of. And for beating a dweller with your fist? Huh. Maybe one of the stores has something to do with being a perch. No, probably not. Huh. The symbol perched on the ground. This white falcon symbol seems suspect to me. This bird is the symbol of the liberal, so it would stand out. Let's have a look. There is a card stuck to the base of the iron fence. The third key is in the foreign man's. Examine the will of the Blue Knight. Alright, we've got it. What does the Blue Knight mean? Is he talking about the Royal Guard? They certainly do wear blue uniforms. I think not. It says the foreign man, so I don't think the Royal Guard makes sense. More than anything else, it wouldn't be beautiful, so we should try something else. Is that right? Well, it is coming from someone similar, so I guess maybe I should listen to the warning here. Alright, I guess it's in one of those books that we were reading at the embassy. Perch on something else. It just said perch on the ground, and that was on the ground, and it was a perch because it was a bird. It just happened to be a statue of a bird. So yeah, we found the correct thing. Is the dull knight different from the blue knight? Hold on. Twelve. Oops, that's not it. I hate how you can't go back in pages, you can only advance. 13. 14. Oops. Yeah, see it says the Blue Knight wasn't good enough, blah blah blah. There's a card trapped between the pages. The door has already been opened. Join the dance of the valorous. Look what I found. Oh, I get it. I guess this is technically considered Republican territory. It absolutely is a foreign manse. And the Blue Knight is a character from the novel, I think. Geez, he sure is detail-oriented. Anyway, I got the feeling that this next one's the last of them. Dance of the Valorous. Well, now, where could that be? What's this? Hmm. Yeah, I've seen that. It's funny. You're transformed, so it didn't like actually show, William getting like mostly naked, but it's still funny. I came across the same thing in the Neo 2 beta. I don't know if you did, but like there's that one section of the Neo 2 beta where like you get that like mermaid dude who follows you around, and as a female character I went in the hot spring, and he was like, well, you certainly aren't bashful or something like that. I thought that was pretty funny. I wonder what he says if you're playing as a dude. Oh, you did it also with a uh Kama Itachi level. Huh? It's unlocked? The entrance here should be kept locked as long as there's no show like the martial arts tournament. Oh, she was naked the whole time, Haruka the whole time? But he only said anything when he went in the hot spring, huh? Yeah. In which case, it seems this is our goal then. Alright, let's get inside. Grand Arena, kinda nostalgic. Feels like we were here just yesterday. Just standing here has me recalling the admiring roar of the audience. You were invited to the castle after you won the martial arts competition, right, Estelle? I wish I could have joined you on the field. Thinking about it, I was still pretty amateurish. But you know, once this whole thing is cleared up, I'd like to take part in next year's martial arts competition to test my own ability for one. Now that sounds like Cassius's daughter to me. I'd like to join in on the action too. I don't really feel like I'd have a chance against Yuzin. Well, then I shall sing from the seats to cheer you on, Estelle. I will serenade my love for you as mightily as I can. Pass. She's like, hard pass. Monsters? This feels reminiscent of some old Colosseum games. The setting is certainly apt. It's a pity we lack an audience. Here they come. Cryan Bit, a rare young monster, has the odd habit of freezing its prey before eating them. Fire, Master Cryon. Monster rarely sighted in the elevated regions it inhabits. Uses water-based arts.
Together now. Right. Okay.
Your aid, please.
Okay. Right.
He doesn't have a interrupt.
My love, I give to thee.
Guys, come on. done.
Sniper shot too. What? What was that? It was like a magic trick. What a fabulous display. He is a fitting rival indeed. He's even weirder than I thought he'd be. Well, whatever. Let's check the contents. Yep. Received Portrait of Arsael. There was a card stuck to the bottom of the box. My princess, my rival, and brave bracers. Did you enjoy the show I prepared for your rival? As I do not wish to upset the mood of our main role, it is time for the supporting actors to take their bows. I hope you will look forward to our next chance meeting. Psst, some chance meeting. I wish he'd cut it out. But there's something curious about it. Main role, supporting actors, what does that mean? Now that you mention it, screw it. Let's go overturn the photo to the archives. I can't thank you enough, Racers. Still, why would that phantom thief fellow steal a portrait of the Arsael? It certainly is lovely, but it's really nothing more than a simple portrait. It holds little monetary value. Well, he doesn't really care about value so much as he cares about pulling off a good prank or two. And it's probably our fault that the museum got wrapped up in this latest one. Sorry for putting you through all this. No need to apologize, it wasn't your doing. And if anything, I'm very pleased with how you handled this. Excellent work. Missing exhibit completed. Careful to ensure it never happens again. Okay, for the results, 3000 Mirror 4 BP. Good work. Okay. Okay, that's that. We can go to the castle to continue the main quest. Good day, Your Highness. Please, don't overwork yourself, my lady. Hello, Dan. Hello, Alex. Don't worry, I'm fine. Estelle and I have some business in the castle to attend to. Could you let us pass, please? Of course, Your Highness. By your command, my lady. Wow. Heh, only slightly popular, isn't she? Think I'm starting to get why that Duke guy is so jealous. Now entering, Lady... He was about to say princess. Ladies Chloe and Estelle and their entourage. Open the gate. Well, Estelle, welcome back to my house, as it were. Come on in. Thanks. Okay, time to nose around the castle a bit. So, obviously we should talk to Queen Alicia, both to ask her about the letter and just say hi, but let's see, who else? Julia's gone, right? Yes, she's currently at Leysen Fortress overseeing the refitting of the Arsail. Well, that's going to make things a bit harder on us. She probably could have given us a lot of help with this mess. Who else could we confer with, I wonder? With Julia absent, I think our best bet is Hilda. At least concerning Ren's parents. If the Haywards have ever visited the castle, she would know. Yeah, Hilda seems to have some sort of castle sense about these things. So where would we find them, you think? Grandmother should be in her chambers at this hour. And Hilda, if she isn't in the maid's room, they can tell us where she is at least. Good idea. Maid's room and the Queen's chambers. Off we go. After all, the Duke was staring at people with these lecherous, dirty eyes. Ugh. Shudder. Why, Your Highness Claudia, welcome home. Would you like something? I would be happy to prepare some tea. I'd love some tea. Ah, you finally arrived. Huh? Grandmother? Scree! Sieg? I see. Huh. Sieg was being thoughtful, wasn't he? Yes, he let me know you were coming. Welcome home, Claudia. And Estelle, you are always welcome as so long as I remain queen. Your father explained everything not long after you left to train. It pains me to know you carry such a burden. Oh, thank you very much, Your Majesty. Still, I know what I gotta do, and Chloe's been a huge help. So I'm okay, don't worry. I see. Your soul has gained new steel since we met last, Estelle. Mr. Vathic and Mr. Lenheim, both of you, of course, are also welcome in my home. Let us retire to my chambers. I shall have some tea prepared. Ah, so you've come about the letters. I wasn't aware they had been sent to the cathedral embassies as well. Your fears are not groundless. It is difficult to think of such lengths as a mere childish prank. Yes, Your Highness. That's why we're trying to talk to people affiliated to the case, to see if we can find some clues. Grandmother, do you have any idea who might be responsible? Especially someone within Liberal? Hmm. Claudia, what do you think? Me? As a possible heir, your thoughts should daily be on the forces moving within our nation. Would you share your opinion with me? Very well. I don't believe there is any force in the country which is truly opposed to the pack. I've heard in various places, however, that following the coup, some of our extreme right-wing citizens are feeling very concerned. Their frustrations might be at the root of the letters, maybe. Very good. My opinion is more or less the same. Sorry, but I don't quite follow. Alan, Colonel Richard, was not the only man who uh, approved the idea of expanding and empowering our military. What's this? Um, Maybe. Kind of looks like him. Has the same top knot. Looks like a similar facial features. His guardian wasn't like a leopard. Of course, he could have changed his guardian, but yeah, his was a peacock. In the wake of the failed coup, however, the matter is effectively untouchable. I can only imagine all who share his mindset are quite dissatisfied and worried for our safety. Has to be when he's younger, cause you see him with a beard. Yeah, could be. Okay, so you think the letters are from believers in military control and expansion, like the intelligence division guys who still on the run? That would be the short of it, yes. If that is the case, then I would say I bear the responsibility for this as much as they. It was my beliefs that led them to take such action in the first place, after all. Also, he's dead in Neo. Yeah, that's true. Grandmother. I don't know. I don't think they have the right to be all, blah, let's threaten people and be scary because we're sore losers. It's a little childish look perspective on it, Estelle. I mean, you never have the right to like threaten people for any reason, whether you are winners or losers. No, there are few things more precious than the freedom to express oneself, Estelle. That's a little like threatening people is not expressing yourself. But yeah, they have the right to express themselves and say like we are dissatisfied with the way things are being run. But threatening people is a separate issue. Remember, even those who promote military empowerment and a war footing do so out of a love for Liberl and its people. They have as much right to express that idea as any of ours. And listening to all such opinions and choosing how to guide the country, that is a ruler's responsibility. Though, in that case, I rather doubt they'll actually try to stop the ceremony, yes? Assuming the letter is from the expansionists, yes, that is quite possible. With Colonel Richard under arrest, they have little power with which to act. The problem lies with the idea that someone else may be responsible. If that is the case, then I fear I can offer you little advice or knowledge. Ah, rats. Queen Alicia, if I may broach a question. Of course, Olivier, whatever you wish. Why are you so determined to act upon this non-aggression pact now? Your own country is still deeply confused and unsettled from the coup attempt. Most rulers would think this is a time to focus solely on one's own country, not the affairs of others. She's kind of doing both, because if you're making peace with others, then you don't have to worry about getting about another country like swooping in and taking you out while you're vulnerable. Olivier, you are talking to a queen, you know. It's alright, Estelle. Olivier has a point. The plans and the proposals for the pact, however, far predate the coup. Further delays would only harm the dignity of the nation. The crossbell issue is causing a great deal of friction again as well, and I hope this can help. Crossbell, that's where Ren's from, isn't it? Yes, it lies due northeast of here, over the Crone Mountains and directly between Erebonia and Calvard. Both the Republic and Empire claim it should be part of their governments, and Crossbellans want total independence. It's quite a mess. Crossbell's basically a fishbone stuck in two throats at once. That's an interesting way to put it. All the issues surrounding it just get called the Crossbell problem. I see, boy, no wonder people get worked up about it then. Ah, so your aim is to pluck out the bone with this pact, then. To continue the analogy, it is not a bone that can be removed in one gesture, sadly. If I can open a way to resolve the issue, however, yes. Laying the groundwork for resolving the issue will strengthen peace across the entire region, and people will remember a liberal spurred it on. Huh, I have underestimated you even more than I previously thought. Our invasion of Liberal was far more of a fool's errand than I'd imagined. That much, at least, is painfully obvious to me now. What are you going on about? Oh, wait, Crossbell, Ren, duh. Sorry to change the subject, Your Majesty, but... Estella asked Queen Alicia about Ren's parents. My goodness, a child abandoned at the royal villa? I will instruct Raymond to keep me better informed, it seems. I know it's a shot in the dark, and we don't... How does that song go? I don't know. But I don't suppose you have any idea where they might be, Your Majesty? No, I am sorry, but I do not. However, if they visited the castle, especially recently, Hilda would know of it. You should speak with her if you have not already done so. Okay, we will. Should you wish, I can also contact Mayor McDowell and the Crossbell government. If that would help, ask whatever you need. Oh, thanks. Grandmother, thank you for all your help. We need to move on, unfortunately. But, don't be nervous. I know what you wish to say, I think. You will be staying in the castle tonight, yes? Let us speak then once you are no longer busy. Alright. My goddess, such royalty. I would say she is the only person on the continent with that sense of balance. Yeah, sort of feels weird to say coming from a democracy, but she's the perfect ruler. Yeah, I mean it can work out if the leader is a good one, but not everyone's gonna agree obviously on what makes a good ruler. It's sort of like term limits with with like the president here in the U.S. Like you can only be president for 2 terms or 8 years. But then like that begs the question, like what if it's a really good president? You know, like Roosevelt was like a 3-term president, and he probably could have won a fourth. And people that made like Republicans be like, oh man, we can't beat this guy. We gotta enact term limits. But I think term limits are a net positive, and overall it's a good thing. I think that you should always have the influx of new ideas and kind of refresh the democracy, refresh the ideas every once in a while. And I think it's best that um, new blood come in every 2 terms. Um, I kind of think that's a good idea if we expanded that to like senators and congressmen and stuff. Because oh boy, does Mitch McConnell need to go. Want to see Kicho-chan? Who's that? Oh, is that the Ice Lady before she was Ice Lady? She's very saucy looking. Like she got those like sultry eyes. But I think I still like Akatsu overall better, and I like Tachibana-chan more than Okatsu. So for me, number one is uh, what's her name? What's her first name? It's Ginchio Tachibana, then Okatsu, and then her. Kicho, Kicho-chan. Yeah. So for me, it's Ginchio, then Okatsu, then Kinchio. Okay, I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. Where's my mouse pointer? All right, be right back. Okay, I'm back. Where's my controller? Oh, there it is. I kind of envy Liberal, to be honest. Heh, of course. She's the queen after all. Chloe, what's wrong? Oh, it's nothing. I was just struck again by how incredible a woman grandmother is. I really doubt I could ever live up to her. It's not a, it's not a competition, Chloe. Just, do the best you can with what you got. Princess? When did Her Majesty the Queen take the throne? Hmm? Oh, she was 20, if I recall correctly. And may I ask your age? I'm 16, but what? Ah, heh, my point. I truly doubt Her Majesty was a master politician the day she took the throne. And you are not even as old as she was when she first donned the purple. I see little point in comparing yourself to her as she is now, wouldn't you agree? We martial artists tend to say that only those with the proper capacity can achieve this thing called unity of purpose. Even those with the greatest innate skill, like, say, Walter, only reach their peak through a journey of 1,000 steps. I think Her Majesty believes you have the capacity to get there, Princess. Just take it one step at a time, don't worry. Olivier, Zin, thank you, really. Good job, you two. Chloe's going to be an awesome queen someday. I guess you get good with pep talks as you get older, huh? Get older? How rude. I'm a fresh, youthful 25. Really, Olivia? You're that old? I thought you were younger. "5 years younger than Zin here, even. You're one to call out someone on being rude, Olivier. Anyway, shall we go speak with Hilda? We should be able to find her, or where she is, in the maid quarters." Okay, now I gotta go all the way back down to the first floor. This isn't it, but it's one. Oh, it's the dining room. That's right. Miss Estelle and Miss Claudia, Master Zin too. Pardon me, it's been quite some time. Ha, it sure has. Reminds me of when you lent me your maid uniform, Shay. Oh, Estelle as a maid? Yeah, it was to meet with the queen. Oh, and Joshua had to wear one too. Shay did her magic on his face with her makeup. She was all pumped up to do it. Oh my. Thank you very much. Joshua, who once played the role of Princess Cecilia, so perfectly also portrayed a maidservant? Oh, noble endeavors both, I am sure. It must have been quite beauteous to behold. I regret all the more I could not attend the Duke's banquet. Oh, right, Shay, do you know where Hilda is? I believe Miss Hilda is in the library. As I recall, she said she had something to look up. The library, got it. I said that kind of weird. The library. Library. Hold on. Oh. Okay, where's the library again? I don't remember. I think this side. Princess Claudia and Miss Estelle too. Hello, Hilda. I am sorry if I startled you, but I just got back. Hi Hilda. Sorry I've been out of touch. It's quite alright. I'm glad to see you well. I understand the princess has been assisting you, Estelle. I'm very glad to see the two of you home safe. You're embarrassing Estelle, Hilda. Speaking of helping Estelle, though, I have returned partially to inquire about something the guild is investigating. Could we ask you a few questions, Hilda? If I can be of assistance, ask me anything. I think there may be a few too many onlookers to speak here, however. Let us borrow a guest room. Yes, I see. You're attending to the investigation of the letter we received then. I take it you want to know if I have any idea who the sender might be. That's it exactly. We're investigating all the locations that received letters to see if we can ferret out some clues. Well, firstly, thank you for your efforts. Just receiving that letter was unsettling. I'm afraid I can be of little aid in naming suspects, however. The only thing I can say with confidence is that it is not the work of anyone in this castle. Yeah, we kind of figured that one. Who was the letter here addressed to out of curiosity? No less a person than Her Majesty herself. I check all the letters addressed to the Queen so I know the contents of the letter. Believe me, if I could lay hands on the rude fool who wrote that... Ah, pardon me. I was wondering, were there any other suspicious letters delivered to the castle recently? Ones critical of royal decisions, for example. Ah, well... Please, Helda, please. For my sake, if no one else's. We need as much information as we can in order to make a judgment. Very well. There have been several letters delivered with no indication as to their senders. They were not particularly critical of royal decisions per se. They were largely petitions to reduce or annul Colonel Richard's sentence. I suspect at least some are from citizens of Gronsel, but the rest I cannot be sure on. People want Colonel Richard freed? No less than expected of the man who once strove to be my rival. His popularity endures, even after his capture and shaming. Yeah, that happens. That happens, like, people who do crazy stuff or criminal things will gain, like, a popularity or a following. Like a cult following. The colonel was very skilled and competent, and everyone knows that. It isn't unusual at all to see people regret losing him. I would personally bet on those letters not being related to our little threat. Requesting something of the royal hand is one thing, trying to force it to do something is a whole different thing altogether. Well, still, even knowing the letters exist helps. Oh, one more thing, Hilda. I wanted to ask about something else. Estelle asked Hilda about the Hayworths. Harold Hayworth, a trader from Crossbell? Yes, I remember him. Say what? Is he an acquaintance of yours, Hilda? Not as such. He asked for a tour of the castle interior a few days ago. I happened to be otherwise unoccupied, so I showed him about. His wife and daughter were with him as well. Really? Hey. Alas, this provides us with little clue as to where the Hayworths may have gone. Yes, my apologies. There was something that bothered me, however. What would that be? Their child greatly enjoyed the tour. However, her parents felt as though they were barely even present throughout the entire thing. They seemed even-tempered and normal enough when they spoke to me, but when combined with your story, I wonder if they were under strain. Not able to pay attention after coming to see a place as a tourist? Sounds like something was on their minds, alright. Yes, it seems likely they were in some kind of trouble even then. This may give us a clue as to where they went. Thank you very much, Hilda. I think this gave us some good leads. I'm glad I could be of help. Oh, Princess. You'll be staying here in the castle tonight, I trust, and if your friends lack accommodations... Huh? I had intended to stay here a while in Gronsel, yes, but, you know... Well, how about it, everyone? Ah, you forget. They are expecting me to be a pest at the embassy tonight, and I can hardly disappoint. I do appreciate the offer, however. Yeah, and I've got what's basically a permanent room at the Calvardian embassy. Thanks, but I think I've got to decline this time. I should probably ask Shira and Tita before committing to anything. We've got Ren too. That's true. It sounds like she loves the castle. I shall keep the rooms ready in case you wish to stay. Thanks, Hilda. Thank you, Hilda. Not at all. I must return to the maid quarters. Please, let me know if you need anything else. If you'll pardon me. Okay, so we've spoken with Hilda and the Queen. That about wraps it up here, I think. Back out into the city? Yeah, let's go. Okay, so we need to go back to the newspaper. The only place left. Look how dusty the floor is. You maids need to do a better job sweeping the floor. Yeah, we need to go to the newspaper place, but first we're gonna go check if there's any other like short-term side quest that popped up. Evening already. Time does fly when you're having fun. Niall should be back by now, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully. Alright, let's get over to that newspaper. Nope, that's it. Oops. Well, we could technically get there from either block. Now just got back, really? Yeah, he's upstairs in the reference room. Huh, that expression's one he wears when he didn't get a scoop. Okay, let's do a little save. There he is. Hey, Niall. Hello. Who the hell? Well, what do you know, you guys? How you doing? Good day, Niall. Pardon our intrusion. Oh, it's that bard guy and, Your Highness. Good day to you, yeah. You even have Zin, the immovable of Calvard, with you. You got kind of a gang going on here, Estelle. Oh, there's a truck outside, hold on. Okay. A lot of stuff's happened since we last met. Or met last. How'd your coverage of the election in Rouen go? Damn well, that's how. Got the article done, thanks in part to you guys. Speaking of, what brings you by today? Got a hot scoop for your old buddy Niall? Well, actually, we're the ones who'd like to know something. We heard the Liberal News received a threatening letter. You guys are investigating that thing? I figure the military would have been taking care of that one. We're working on requests from the military, actually. So, do you know anything? Well, I just got back to the capital, so I don't know much. To be honest, I'd like to hear what you guys know, if anything. That's real helpful, Niall. Come now, you're a newsman, a hound for a good story. Surely you must have a clue as to who our villain is. Ugh, I don't have time for this. That's a bit impolite, you two. Niall, I know this is a lot to ask, but please, if you know anything at all, share it with us. Please. Whoa, hey, your highness, you don't need to lower your head to me. For crying... Fine, fine. Okay, so this is off the record, but we ain't only... We ain't the only ones who got a letter, not even close. Leyson Fortress got one, the cathedral, the airship company, the hotel, both embassies, Grunso Castle, and the Herb Royal Villa all got one too. There were 9 letters in total. Huh? Something wrong? Niall? We heard that from the military already. What? Damn it, that was my big scoop for the day. It doesn't look like we're going to get much out of this. Yeah, time to move on, I think. No, you wait just this 1 second, Missy. You keep talking like that, and Niall Burns, star reporter of the Liberal News, is gonna have a name worth a pile of crap. Alright. Let me let you in on my take of this whole mess. Well, okay. You may want to be brief, Mr. Burns. Fine, listen up. Here's the short of it. My gut tells me this is some kind of huge prank. The threats aren't real. We've thought of that too. You sound awfully sure though. Mind telling us why you're so convinced? Okay, the trick is, I've covered terrorist threats like this before, right? But with this, there's no reality to the threat. Threats only work and have power if they describe, or at least imply, something nasty is going to happen, see? These letters have exactly none of that. Mr. Burns does have a point. Disaster will be visited upon you does not offer much in the way of specific terror. Exactly. I've got a hunch this isn't about stopping the signing ceremony at all. This is more about getting people worked up over a threat than sitting back and watching the fireworks. I see, that's kind of a good point. There is some sense behind it. I'm still bothered by the fact that so many letters were sent though. And each and every one was sent to a place involved with the ceremony. Yes, for a prank, whoever did this seems to know a lot about what's happening. That does seem kinda true on the surface. Think about it though. All that info would be pretty easy to find with a little digging. Heh. I knew about all those places weeks ago. Anyway, I'm gonna be working this on the assumption that it's a prank. Maybe you guys should stick to your guns about it being a real threat, and we can compare notes later, eh? Yeah, that's a good idea. Thanks, Niall. That actually helped a lot. Darn right it did. Just stop by if you want to swap stories. I'll be sitting around here until the pact's signed. Okay. Speaking of sitting around here, I don't see Dorothy anywhere. Ah, right, she's off working in the Bose region. I sent her to snag some photos. What, for a special of some kind? Yeah, related to the Royal Army. You remember that old fort the Sky Bandits were using as a base? The ones you guys busted. The army decided those rats had the right idea and have claimed and repurposed it as a training facility. They're running airship pilot training out there now. Huh. Okay, neat. So she went off to get coverage of the base then. That's the idea, yeah. I was a little worried about sending her out on her own, but gotta do it sometime. Dorothy out on her own, huh? Scary. Oh, wait, duh. Speaking of girls out on their own. Oh, what's up? Estelle explained the situation with Ren's parents. Harold Hayworth, a trader from Crossbell. Never heard of the guy. Pretty sure he's never been in our classifieds or wanted column either. Figures. But hey, this is part of the job, right? If you guys are totally stuck, I'll help you out. We can put him in the classifieds if you want. I even have a few people in Crossbell I could poke. Thanks, Niall. Ha, you're way more reliable than I thought you'd be. I think I need to upgrade my opinion of you. Ha, of course you do. Wait a minute, what do you mean? Was I not reliable before? Just kidding. Alright, let's get back to the guild house then. Sherazard should be back by now. Hopefully, yes. Thank you again, Niall. It was no big. Come by again anytime. Okay. We're back. Welcome back. Sorry, I know we're a bit late. Hey, where Tita and Ren? They returned just before you did. I believe they're enjoying the spoils of a hard-fought shopping campaign on the second floor. Sounds like they had fun. Anyway, we've got a lot to report. Yes, please. I see. Sounds like you had a fairly productive day then. I guess. We didn't get anything decisive though. Shara, did you find anything? I managed to find a very large pile of nothing. The hotel, the cathedral, the airship company. No one had the slightest clue as to who would send such letters. The leader of the airship company is deathly afraid the sender might demand money next. There haven't been any follow-up letters though to anyone. Damn. Doesn't really narrow things down much. How likely do you think it is the societies behind all this? I don't think we can safely say that at this point. Their primary focus up till now has been experimenting with those bizarre gospel ornaments they possess. And we know the gospels can create phenomena otherwise unimaginable. Those devices certainly haven't shown an ability to create threatening letters from nowhere, however. Yeah, this doesn't really seem like it matches the society's MO. I guess Rowan and Zace just have me on edge. No, it's perfectly understandable. Regardless, I think we can safely say we've done our part. I'll compile all of your testimonies into a report. Could I ask you to deliver it to Colonel Sid at the Herb Royal Villa tomorrow? Sure. We didn't find the sender in the end, so I feel kind of bad, but I guess it's all we can do. Oh, Herb, right. Shara, did you find anything about Ren? I did have some results on that end, not in the way I expected. Let me start with the hotel. The Hayworths, all three of them, definitely stayed there for about 2 weeks. They kept the same room for the entire time, in a fairly typical tourist fashion. It was only just this morning that they checked out. Okay. I then visited the cathedral. It seems the Hayworths came to worship a number of times while they were here. However, the father who ministered to them said he felt there was something off about their behavior. That they seem distracted during prayer, specifically. That wouldn't match what Miss Hilda said. Yeah. And finally, the airship company. That's where things get very strange. Strange? How so? Their names are Harold and Sophia, and Wren Hayworth from Crossbell, yes? There are no records of anyone matching those names, nor that nationality, and the records go back 6 months. No way, but that is a mystery. Though perhaps they traveled by land? Um... Yeah, they did. They came through, I think, they came through that checkpoint, the Arleton checkpoint, to see the waterfalls. So that they would have to. But the way these are worded is kind of weird. Like, does wait a minute mean no, or like wait a minute, you're right, they did come by land. But this sounds more definitively yes, so it's like, yes, she must have, or wait a minute, no, she didn't. I'm gonna say she must have. I mean, I guess we can go ask Ren herself. Estelle? Remember what Ren said when we met her at Arleton? Oh. She talked about seeing a lake when the airship landed? But how did she... That's like a weird thing to do then. That's right. Charlie under assumed names. Assumed names? Why would they? Had something to hide, or they may have been hiding from someone. Either way, they must have known something was wrong before they set out. I've contacted every guild branch in the country about Ren's parents. For the moment, all we can do is wait for more information to come in. But yeah, that's weird. Like, you're going to tourist spots. Like, why would you be at the checkpoint? I mean, yeah, that checkpoint kind of stands out because of the waterfall. But traveling the roads is dangerous. And it's not like you're gonna go to all the checkpoints, because not all checkpoints are like that. I don't know, I'm just overthinking things. I don't know. Yeah, them going to that checkpoint is like what really made me think, like, yeah, they came here by on foot. Or not on foot, but not by airship. Because you would think they would just keep taking the airship and just go from city to city and see the typical spots. Not necessarily like, oh, we took the airship and now we're gonna go on the road to a freaking checkpoint. As for Ren herself, I think it would be best if she stayed in the care of the guild for now. Yeah, I'd feel terrible if she got wrapped up in something. Could you leave her with me, maybe? This mission kind of feels personal now. I was going to suggest that, actually, thank you. The guild will pay for everyone's lodgings while you're in Ronsel, naturally. That includes Ren, so don't worry. Thanks, Delnan. Oh wait, speaking of staying the night, we might not actually need that tonight. You see, Estelle told Shara about the invitation to stay at the castle. My, that's quite an invitation. It is, honestly, I'd absolutely love to stay there again, but I'm afraid I'll need to decline this time. It will be far easier for the guild to reach at least one of us at the hotel. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. We might hear something about Ren's parents. I guess I should stay at the hotel too then. Sorry, Chloe. No, don't worry. I'll explain the situation to Hilda. I'm sure she won't mind. Zin and I are to stay at our respective embassies. The princess shall retire to her castle naturally. So that means you two and the girls will be staying at the hotel then? Parting on these terms would be dreadfully dull. Since we're all together this evening, shall we enjoy a nice dinner at the bar? Good idea. And you know, I'd actually like to hear you play the piano again, Olivier. It's been a while. Ah, sweet maiden, you know just how to pluck my heartstrings. Have you come to appreciate a mature flavor at last, I wonder? I'm going to snap those head strings if you keep it up. Snapping or no, we should get going. With a group this large, it could be hard to find seating. Alright, let's call the girls and be off. That evening, Estelle's group and Ren had dinner at the Sunnybell Inn. Olivier, as it were second nature, took to the piano after a few drinks. Ultimately, even Mueller and Niall were called to come and join. And so passed a pleasant evening in Gronsel. Okay, let's split up here then. Chloe, be careful on your way home. It's not far. I think I'll be fine in the capital. Huh? Miss Chloe, you live in Gronsel? Yes, I do. I'll be staying at my grandmother's house. Well, if you'll pardon me. Have a good night, Chloe. Good night, Chloe. Wow, that was one heck of a party. Olivier even dragged poor Mueller into it. And who was it that dragged poor Mr. Burns into it all, Not that he seemed to mind. Well, I figured, what the heck. Ren, did you have fun? Yeah, I did. The food was good and everyone was making talking about neat stuff. The piano music was really pretty too. Yeah, Olivier is really good at it. I was kind of surprised. Well, he's not all hot air when he calls himself a traveling performer, I guess. Sure you want to duck out already, Shara? Zin and the others are still having a lot of fun. Professional courtesy, Estelle. Hold on. Professional courtesy, Estelle. If I stayed, you know I'd just drink them under the table. Since we do have work tomorrow, I thought I'd cut out early and spare them the pain. Fair enough. Let's go to our hotel rooms then. Pardon, are you the Bracers and company we were expecting? Forgive me, but we were unable to secure a 4-person room for you. Would you be willing to accept a pair of 2-person rooms? Oh, sure. How do you want to split them up? Split them up, Shara. I'm fine with any arrangement. Set it up however you please. I want to be with Miss Estelle. You've been busy with work, so we haven't had any time to talk at all. No fair, Ran. I wanted to be with Estelle too. Then you should have said so sooner, Slowpoke. I know. What if all 3 of us stayed in the same room? We could share a bed. No, that's okay. I'll let you borrow Estelle for tonight, Ran. Thank you, Tita. I think I just got horse traded. You do have a way with the ladies, Estelle. So I'm saying, she doesn't belong with Joshua, she belongs with freaking Tita. It's OTP right there. Well, that leaves the two of us, Tita. How about I show you a few tarot card games before we settle in for the night? Okay. Oh wow, this room isn't like the one I stayed in with Papa and Mama. There's a big building outside the window. Oh. Miss Estelle, what's wrong? Oh, nothing really. More importantly, I'm sorry, Ran. We couldn't find your Papa or Mama today. It's okay. Papa and Mama promised they'd come get me. You don't need to search so hard. But Papa and Mama are very good at hide and seek. Not as good as me, of course, but still good. So I don't think you'll find them very easily. Ha, is that right? Well, I won't try so hard to find them, but only if you're okay with it. Yeah, it's okay. It's for the best. But never mind that right now. I have two big favors to ask of you. Oh, what's up? Ahaha. Oh, look at those eyes. Those thirsty eyes. They do learn young. I can't tell you unless you promise to do them ahead of time. Yikes, did your papa teach you to drive a bargain like that? Okay, sure. If it's something I can do, I promise I will. Really? Yay! The first thing is, can I call you Estelle from now on? Huh? But that's what she's been calling her, hasn't it? Huh? Call me? Oh, you mean the whole, you mean drop the whole miss part? Yeah. Tita gets to call you Estelle all the time, so I don't want to have to call you Miss Estelle. Huh, is that right? Alright, I don't mind. I never stood that much on formality anyway, and it's not like I'm your teacher or anything. So you really don't mind? Estelle. Estelle. I love it. Glad you like it. Call me Estelle as much as you want, Ran. Okay, Estelle. Hee, that makes me happy. Aw, that's good. So what's the other thing, Red? Oh yeah, well... Can you tell me why you were so surprised when we came in the room? Ah, you had this really sad, lonely look on your face. I want to know why, is that okay? Yeah, it's okay. See, I've actually stayed in this very room before with someone else. Stepping in here just reminded me of him. Really? Was it your lover? Was this your love nest? Not quite. He's someone I've known for a really long time, and we've gotten very close, but, well, it's complicated. We're not together right now, though. Oh. Well, what kind of man is he, huh? What's his name? What does he look like? Yikes, questions. His name is Joshua. He has black hair and amber eyes, and he's pretty handsome, I guess. Actually, you'd really call him more beautiful than handsome, really. He's that anime man pretty type. Huh? Beautiful? Let's just say he made a great princess in a certain play. In fact, it looked amazing on him. Wow, that sounds fun. Can I meet him? When are you seeing him again, huh? I don't really know actually. Oh. You don't know when you'll see him again, and that's why you look sad, right? Sort of, but I'm okay. I'm going to find him and drag him back home, even if it takes years. But why did you seem so sad? Well, because I'm sure Josh was off somewhere in way over his head. and I can't do anything to help him, and that makes me sad, I guess. Ha, sorry, Ren. This must be pretty boring since you don't know Joshua at all. No, wait, it's neat. Joshua was a really wonderful person, huh? Wonderful? Actually, right now I think he's a bit of a jerk. I mean, talk about selfish ways of saying goodbye. Taking my first... Huh? First what? What? Nothing at all. Okay, yep, I'm all tired. Time to go to sleep. Hey, no fair. I'm not going to sleep until I hear the whole thing. Boy, I messed that one up. After that, Estelle and Ren went to bed, but remained awake for a little while talking about various things. Eventually, once she could hear nothing but Ren's slow, peaceful breathing, Estelle gave in to the exhaustion which had been piling up on her eyelids and fell asleep into sleep herself. Oh, it's Annalise. Man, I want Annalise back in our party. Heh, bingo. Yep, looks like we found our rats. So they hold up in the old mine, huh? Not a bad spot, all things considered. This is where those Sky Bandits kept that ship they hijacked, right? Think so, yeah. Estelle and her team ended up fighting the bandits in a big central hollow a bit further in. A nice big open space, huh? I bet our guys are in the same spot. So what do you think? Going for the heroic charge now, or... Yeah, we don't have time to contact anyone. No heroics though, at least not yet. First we sneak in and take a look at how many men they got in there. Right behind you.
Let's go!
Leave it to me!
I am invincible! Or am I?
Didn't realize I was muted. Whoops. What the hell are you planning on doing with what's left of the intelligence idiots? Ha, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm little more than an observer this time. You're asking the wrong person if you want details about the plan. In fact, I barely know them myself. An observer, the hell? Anyway, if you want to attend that tea party, you'd better hurry. I'm not quite sure where it's being held, but it isn't here. Or shall we share some coffee instead, and enjoy the dawn together? Kid? You look pretty young. Are you really part of the society? I don't want to be insulting or anything, but you might want to get away from them. They're bad people. You're very kind, miss. But you know, it's okay to laugh at a fool. That's what he's there for. But worrying about the fool? Now that's quite rude. What? How the hell? We beat them senseless. Ah, you breezers really are naive. If you really want to defeat someone, you have to break them into pieces, like so. Whoa! You little... like chunks of them and stuff. You little... how could you? Ha! Did I surprise you? It's so easy to break even a well-made toy, isn't it? But I'm afraid that's the end of the fool's show for tonight. Farewell. Hopefully I can give you an encore someday. Get back here. Agate, I know. They weren't guilty of any crime so bad they deserve to die like this. We can't leave them here, just laying around. Hey, go kill some time somewhere, alright? A kid like you doesn't need to deal with this. I'll take care of it. But... what? The hell? Agate? I think this arm is fake. You're kidding. Gears, springs, quartz fragments. These things are archaisms. Orbital machines capable of independent action. Huh? And who are you? Don't worry, I'm no enemy. I'm Kevin Graham of the Septian Church. You're Gotti Krosner and Annalise Elfried, right? I don't suppose you'd be up for swapping some stories, would you? Kyle, you're up. Here I come. Josette. Okay. Joshua. Ha. Impressive as always, Joshua. You three were impressive too. We defeated them in a single sweep thanks to your combo attack. Cut it out, flattery will get you nowhere. This is like the 10th group, isn't it? How many more do we need to hunt down? This should be enough. The Royal Army should move soon, so it would probably be best for us to disappear. Right. Still, just what is the Society trying to do? Why use these dolls dressed up as Richard's goons? That's the real question, though. Where are the rest of the intelligence men? They've probably gone to the tea party in that note. The dolls are likely to distract the army from that and make them think Richard's men are still active here. Makes sense, I guess. Wish we knew what the hell the tea party was. Well, we don't have that much of a reason to help, but sure you don't want to crash that tea party? The Bracers should be investigating the camp by now. We can leave it to the army and the guild. Yeah, we left them the note and plans. That'll be more than enough. And we're taking care of these freaking puppet things while the guild's busy. We can just leave the rest up to that airhead and her group, right? Sorry. Didn't mean to pick at an old wound or anything. No, you didn't. They have nothing to do with me anymore. Once the tea party begins, the army will be focused on that. We can move once that happens. Right then. Time to get busy. The next day, Estelle went to Herb Royal Villa to give Sid the report on the letters. I see, this report is very thorough. Thank you very much, you've investigated this quite well. I guess. I'm still kind of miffed we couldn't find out who sent the letters, to be honest. This is more than enough information for the initial investigation. I doubted we'd uncover the party responsible for the threats at this stage anyway. If anything, this gave me exactly what I needed, information to consider what we might need to defend against. Thank you, Colonel. So, how have your preparations been going? We finished our initial deployment yesterday. We will be using the villa as a patrol headquarters until the signing ceremony is concluded. So that's why there are so many soldiers out and about. And I'm guessing that's why there were like no monsters on the road over here. We conducted an extensive monster hunting sweep this morning. We'll be performing them periodically until the ceremony ends. So, why Colonel, keep doing that and you might just put us out of a job. Ah, well, you have something of a point. Speaking of civilian concerns, about that girl's parents, the ones you mentioned yesterday, I haven't heard any reports that they've gone through any of the regional gate posts. And that's nothing to do but wait, I guess. I will let the guild know the instant we hear anything. For the moment, you've done fine work with this investigation. I'll have your payment wired to the guild ASAP. Thanks, Colonel Sid. But what should we do now? You want us to help out with the patrols in the capital once we get back? Well, if you plan on staying in Gronsel, I wouldn't turn away the help. I do know you're very busy with other matters, however. I won't insist on you staying. Well, we still have Ren's situation to deal with, so we'll talk to Elnan about it all when we get back. Yes, that seems like the best idea. Sir, excuse me, sir. Belk, what's wrong? Don't worry, these people can be trusted. Very well, sir. We've received a phone transmission from the headquarters at Leiston, sir. Remnants of the intelligence division have been sighted in the Bose region. What? You're kidding. Details, man, explain. They were first sighted by some bracers. I'm afraid we don't have all the details on their confrontation yet. However, General Bright has ordered all army stations to stand by at level 2 alert. I see. Thank you, Mr. Belk. I suspect we're going to be busy fairly soon. Seems like it. Estelle, we should get back to the guild at once. Right. Colonel Sid, good luck with your patrols and stuff. Stay safe, friends. The Fugitive Intelligence Division now reveal themselves. The problem is determining whether or not this case is related to the signing ceremony. One way or another, I need more information than just this. Even if the site was Bose, there might be requests for reinforcements. We need to be alert. Estelle! Estelle, Shara, are you done? That was kind of quick, wasn't it? Didn't I tell you we just needed to turn in a report? You could have just waited at the guild house. Aw, that's mean. I just want to stay with you, Estelle. Tita, say something to her. Me? Well, I do want to stay with Estelle all the time, but she has work to do, so I don't want to be selfish. Huh, fine then. In that case, I'll just have to run off with Estelle myself. You don't get to play, Tita. Aw, Rain, you're so mean. Ah, come on, you two, don't fight. Tita, you're the older girl here, so let it slide, okay? But, you two seem really close all of a sudden. I'm not annoying, am I? Oh, come on, sweetie. Like I could ever stop loving you. Oh. Well, Tita, you keep making that sad, lonely face, and I'm just gonna have to hug you all up. Ah, stop, Estelle. Hey, Tita, pity hugs are cheating. You get much more popular with the ladies, Estelle, and all of you might get jealous. With that out of the way, though, we really need to hurry back to the guild house. Oh yeah, we should. Huh? Did something happen? I'm afraid so. Remnants of the intelligence division have been found in Bose. That's awful. Yeah, but we're still fuzzy on the details. Elden can hopefully tell us more. We really need to hurry back then. This isn't fair, you guys. I don't know what you're talking about at all. Sorry, Ren. Basically, something very important has happened, so we need to go back. Oh, well, that was easy. Too bad. It'd be fun to play hide and seek with all these soldiers. We could use the whole forest as a hiding place. That'd be fun, right? That might be fun, yeah. Let's not do that and say we did. Okay, you guys ready to go? Okay. Hey, isn't that? Mr. Duke.
What is the meaning of this? Do you deliberately besmirch me, Duncan von Osles, rightful heir to the throne?
No, Your Grace, not at all. In fact, this morning we put a plan into motion to slay any monsters along the road to Gronsel. You will be completely safe with the allotted escort.
That is not the point. An honor guard of a mere 3 men is wholly unacceptable for a man of my stature and importance. I demand at least a full squadron, 10 men, go!
But Your Grace, please do not demand so much of them. Her Royal Highness has finally given leave for us to return. Please, we should consider ourselves lucky to have reached such a kindness itself.
Silence, Philip. This punishment was the height of injustice to begin with. Given the outrageous grievances levied against me, I should demand nothing less than the whole Royal Guard to meet me.
Man, this guy is the worst. Well, we may not be the entire Royal Guard, but we could go with you if you'd like.
You!
Miss Estelle. Haven't changed a bit, have you, Duke, old buddy? Old buddy, old pal, old friend. It's not very dukely to railroad everyone. Oops, there's Chuck again. Yeah, it's not very dukely to railroad everyone with your selfishness. Very you, but not very dukely. Hold on.
How dare you call me buddy? You impertinent nobody! Why are you even here? The villa was supposed to be closed off to the Carmen rabble. Yeah, you see, we had actual work to do here. So going for a walk, old buddy. More than a mere stroll, girl. Prepare to be shocked. Alicia has come to her senses and released me from the unjust punishment which bound me here. The unjust punishment? They've actually released you from house arrest? Indeed. Word arrived from Her Royal Highness this morning. She instructed us to depart from the villa and return to Gronsel Castle. Her Majesty's heart really is too big for her own good. Huh. Well, good for you, I guess. We'll try and keep a clear head so you don't get played for a second time, okay? What? And don't you think you should examine your lifestyle a bit? You're kind of a slacker, buddy. Maybe you could start with a bit of exercise? What is it? I say something weird? Estelle, you're so forthright. I like that. You're like me. I'm honest to a fault sometimes. But I appreciate that. I appreciate like brutal honesty. Like you don't have to go out of your way to be rude, but if you're like engaging someone or you're talking to someone or you don't, unless it's like detrimentally bad, like maybe it's like like if it's like a military thing where you have like intelligence information or something like that, then okay, yeah. But something like this, I think you should generally be honest. No, it is exactly as you say, Miss Estelle. If His Grace only had a better hold on his life, he would not have been so easily manipulated by Colonel Richard. Allow me to echo your suggestion. Bah! Enough of your lectures. Enough of this. I shall not remain here a second longer among such riffraff. We depart for the capital. Your Grace? Huh? Weren't you just going on about not having enough men? No. Come, let's go, man. Mrs. Estelle, it may be an old refrain by now, but thank you. I'm not sure how to express my gratitude. Ha, don't worry about it. But I don't know, I think you really need to drop the hammer a bit more, Philip. I think he's the way he is because nobody's ever really scolded him, you know? Yes. I don't really think that he's that rotten deep down. So I think he could still change. Don't you think he just needs a hand? Miss Estelle, your words ring so true. Philip, why are you dawdling with peasants? If you keep loitering, we'll depart without you. Yes, your grace. I shall be but a moment. If you will excuse me. And we found out that apparently Philip used to be like a military officer or something. I think we probably should have gone with them, but... Oh, Estelle. You really are Cassius's daughter. Huh? Estelle, you're incredible. Estelle, I kind of noticed when we first met. You're kind of, too nice, aren't you? Too nice? Don't worry too much over it. Let's return to Gronsel.
charge my phone. Hold on. Or not my phone, my tablet. Whoops. We're back. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. You delivered the report, I take it. Yep, no problem. We just received the mission fee from the army a moment ago. Here, let me give you the reward. Okay, receive payment for threat letter case, 3000 Mira, 3 BP. Okay. More importantly, I heard some of the old intelligence guys were seen near Bose. So the villa was contacted as well. I thought that might be the case. We were just talking about that as it happens. Yes, it sounded like some fellow guild members found them. Yes, it was Agate and Annalise. What? They discovered a base, the intelligence division fugitives have been using in the abandoned mine near Ravenue. Unfortunately, the base itself had already been abandoned as well by the time they found it. That's where we fought those that's where we fought those bandits. I see. I wouldn't have thought to look there. You said they abandoned it already? Do we have any idea where they went? Actually, former intelligence special forces men have been seen all over the Bose region. The border garrison is currently investigating the situation. Oh man. Should we pack it up and head over to Bose to help? No, until we get a request for help from the Bose branch directly, I would prefer not to act so rashly. There's another reason for caution as well. It seems the society has a hand in this. What? You're kidding. Agate and Annalise encountered one of their agents in the abandoned mine. Another enforcer, Campanella the Fool. Another new face. They also found several strange things in the ruins of the base. Firstly, they discovered plans for something called an Orguel, which seems to be some form of orbital-driven vehicle. They also found a memo written in cipher discussing a tea party of some sort. Orguel? Tea party? Well, that explains everything and leaves us with no questions. No siree. What do you mean by orbital-driven vehicle? What is it? I'm more concerned about what a tea party could refer to. Oh, did Ren just walk off? Goodness, it's hard to simply stay here and wait after hearing all that. Come on, cool your heads, guys. The army and our guildmates are working hard over here. I'm sure they'll keep things under control. We'll hear about it soon enough. Exactly. I know it may make you nervous, but please remain in Gronsel for the time being. For now, you may do as you please. Alright. I'm sure all of you will appreciate... Hey, wait, where'd Olivier go? Ah, yes, the Arbonian embassy called a little while ago. It was Olivier. He said that he had a small piece of business to attend to and left. He did say he would return quickly. Huh, I wonder what that's about. Wait, speaking of missing... Where did Ren go? What? Huh? Oh, she was just here a minute ago. Crap. Do you think she got bored with all the talking and went out to play? It's quite possible. We were going on a bit. Well, this isn't good. Darn it. We need to do something about her if we're going to leave Gronsel. I'm gonna go look for her. I'll come too. I think I might know where Ren went. Thanks, Tita. Sorry, Elnan. Not at all. While you're out, I'll get the other branches up to speed and see if we can learn anything new. Please form your party. You may choose one additional member aside from the mandatory members. Okay. Well, obviously it's gonna be Chloe.
Right.
Now then, where would I hide if I was a silly little girl? You are a silly little girl, Estelle. A slightly older one, though. Tita, any ideas? We went by a lot of places in the Eastern Bloc yesterday. Maybe she's at one of those places? Which places? Let's see. First we looked around the department store. Then we went to the History Museum. And then we stopped by the ice cream stand near the clock tower. Wow, you two were busy. Sounds like you had a lot of fun though, Tita. Let's begin by checking around those places then. Yes, let's go fetch our stray kitten. There she is. Quick, we gotta follow her. I think we lost her again. My goodness, this is like trying to catch a hyperactive kitten. Tita, you and Ren visited the department store yesterday, didn't you? Yeah. She might have gone somewhere else though. The way this is written is kind of weird. Look around the Eastern Bloc. She said the museum, so we can check there. I'm looking for someone. A young lady in the white dress who was the girl you're accompanying today. Yeah, that's her. You remembered us. Well, you two stood out a bit. Yes, I saw her just a little while ago. She should still be in the museum, I believe. Awesome, thanks. Okay, let's go trap a kitten. Like, really, one person should be standing guard at the gate, so she can't leave. Hey, miss. Do you know where the colorless fish are? Ah. Hee hee, goodbye. Well... Oh, miss, pardon me, your friends are... Wait, Ren. Just like I said. I'm so sorry. I did try to stop her, but... It's okay. Did she say anything before she left, though? She asked me a very strange question. She said, do you know where the colorless fish are? Huh? That doesn't seem like a typical question for a little girl. Huh. So, are her parents like the secret agents and they kind of gave her part of the cipher code also and when she heard like the word tea party, was she like triggered to like start her own mission or something? I think that's a riddle actually. A riddle, what? I think she's trying to make us chase her by solving riddles she's leaves behind. You're kidding me. Now she's running away from us on purpose? Ren, you little... Well, it's just a guess, really. Okay, little cat girl, you want to play like that? Then let's do it. I'm not about to lose to an 11-year-old, come on. Stell, winning isn't the point. So, the riddle is, do you know where the colorless fish are? Yeah, so we need to find some colorless fish first. Well, good luck. Colorless fish. Colorless fish, hey. Of course, fish prints. Oh, interested in my fish print, are you? No. As proof of my hard-earned glory, that is. Settle down, and I'll tell you the tale of my valor. We'll have to take a rain check on that, I'm afraid. Sir, did you see a girl in a white dress come by here? Ah, she's your friend. Cute girl, that one. If a bit of an oddball. She asked me a very strange question and then left, just like that. I knew it. What was the question, sir? If I remember rightly, do you know where the bitter, spicy, delicious store is? Okay. Delicious, spicy... Bitter, spicy, delicious. Got it. Alright, time to hit the stores. Say, barkeep, what are your specials? Our best specials are coffee, of course. Our most popular item is our dark roasted dragon bean blend. Our spicy heaven curry is also real popular. Spicy curry and bitter coffee, huh? It's a bitter, spicy, delicious store. Pardon, but have you seen a little girl in a white dress? Yeah, she was here not too long ago. She ordered a cafe all late and seemed to love it. Come to think of it, she did ask me a very strange question, though. What would that be? What was it now? Do you know where they sell the sweets that disappear if you leave them alone, I think. Huh. Sweets that disappear if you leave them alone. I think we're tightening the noose. I might know where this one is. Sweets that disappear if you leave them alone. Oops. Sweets that disappear if you leave them alone. I get it. Yes, if you leave frozen treats alone, they do disappear by melting. Oh, hey, you're that girl from yesterday. Your cute little friend just stopped by for an ice pop. You two aren't together today? I thought so. Miss, did she tell you a riddle by any chance? A riddle? I don't think so. She was very cheerful and told me I'm going to see my friends at the landing port. Friends being us, I bet. Huh, finally done with riddles, I hope. Okay. Making us worry by running around like this. I'm going to give the biggest lecture when we finally catch her. Estelle, please don't get too mad at her. I think Ren is just kind of lonely. You've been busy with work and her parents are missing and... That's true, we've neglected her a little. Way to kill my righteous lecture fury, Tita. Either way, we need to get to the landing port. Okay. Oh. Hey. Gustav, Faye. What? Tita? Well, little Tita and Estelle too. Hello, Gustav. What are you guys doing here? Is this some kind... This is kind of off the path for you guys. Heh, we're bringing these things over. Whoa, what the heck are those? They look like V8s. Like, everything in this world, like, runs off of, like, crystal power. But it's like, yeah, we're gonna make it look like a V8 still. Like, a combustion engine V8. What the heck are those? Wait, that's gotta be... Yep. These are the samples of the XGO2. The new engine we developed for our sale. These are the real deal Holyfield. Too, just about as much performance as what we've got in her now. So this is what it looks like. Neat. Really? Oh wow. It's tiny for an engine, but it really produces as much output as the sheet Grandpa showed me. The design is functional and adorable too. It's amazing. Down, Tita, down. I think Tita is so high above the clouds she can't even hear you. A pair of engines brought to the capital. These must be the engine samples that will be presented at the treaty signing then. Yeah. Guess word got around, huh? We just finished putting the Arsail back together, so we had to cart these over here. I see. Thank you greatly for your hard work, sir. Okay. Sorry, but you are? Oh, my apologies. I guess there's no point in hiding it from you, sir. I am Claudia von Oslais. Claudia... Wait. As in Princess Claudia? Yep, she's Queen Elisa's granddaughter. The Arsail is the property of the royal family, so... Allow me to offer my gratitude for your hard work in grandmother's place. Well, no, thank you, ma'am. Your Highness... Huh. It's always kind of a shock to hear about it. Hear about Chloe, isn't it? So, where are you guys lugging these things off to, anyway? There's a warehouse out near the water port we'll be using. They'll be stored there until the ceremony. Fair enough. Gustav, are you going back to Zace after this? Yep. We make trails as soon as these are locked up. Now, Tita, you behave yourself and stay safe. I will. Stay safe too, Gustav. Estelle, take care of our little Tita, you hear? You bet. See you, Bracers. Wow, so that's the RCL's engine. I still don't really get how it works, but it looks cool. Yeah, seeing that was amazing. I hope I can make a machine that incredible and cute someday. I bet you will someday, Tita. Farewell, Olivier. I don't know why I'm even bothering. For goodness sake, please stay out of trouble while I'm away. Ah, such sweet concern, my heart, it soars. But fear not, have I ever made you worry, my dearest Mueller? At this point, I can't bring myself to care enough to worry about you. Just no international incidents, please. For you, my beloved, I'll do my best. Hey, Oliver. Ah, everyone. Have you missed me so that you came to look for me? I am touched. As if. Anyway, wasn't that Mueller? Oh, there she is. Ran, you crazy girl. Why was a member of the Imperial Army boarding a passenger liner? Ah, it seems his duty have called him to Bose temporarily. You recall that gang of sky bandits, yes? He has gone to retrieve their airship. Oh yeah, you mean that little green bucket they had. But wait, why did Mueller care? Ah, the ship is of Erebonian manufacture, remember? And the bandits who abuse it are still at large. The Imperial government would like to retrieve the evidence that is the ship and assist in capturing the criminals. Or at least, that is what they have told Liberal. I still don't get why Erebonia should care. So the airship was made there, so what? Well, the fact that the bandit leaders are former Erebonian nobility tarnishes Erebonia's luster, shall we say. I suspect they'd like to have it well swept under the floorboards before the pact is signed. I don't remember what their house is called. I know the boss is like Dawn or something, and then they got the Kyle and Josette, but I don't remember what their house is called. With their former noble house. That is, before the Republic has a chance to comment on it. The bandits are former... Wait a minute, that tomboy and her brothers? You were truly unaware? No, she found out about it, but she just forgot. Kapua, that's right, Kapua family. They are the family of the former Baron Kapua. He was a landholder on the Empire's northern march. Several years ago, the Kapua lands were seized as collateral in payment for an enormous debt. Whoa, I never realized. That's real sad, actually. I don't know what to say to that. Even so, it isn't exactly what I'd call an airtight excuse for airborne theft. Regardless, I came to see my stalwart companion off. I'm afraid none of this explains why you're here, though. If you did not come for the undeniable pleasure of my company, we're looking for Ren. You haven't seen her, have you? Ren? Isn't she standing right over there? Hee hee. Ren. What? When did she... Hey, Ren. You cannot just disappear like that, okay? And not only that, but you ran away from us and confused a whole bunch of people in the process, and... I'm sorry, but I was so bored. Also, I bought some cookies and tea at the department store. I bought enough for everyone, so please don't be mad, okay? Uh, well, it was quite a bit of fun for us too, Estelle. Let's just call it even and let it go. I suppose. Okay, you get to escape a scolding for now anyway. Really? Yay, Ren, good job. Shall we return to the guild house with feast in hand then? It's possible some new information has come in. Right. Has something happened? Apparently there's something going on in Bose. Wait, didn't you say Mueller is going to Bose? So he is. Come, tell me the details as we walk. Okay. Hey, Estelle? What's up? I'm not angry anymore, don't worry. No, that's not it. Besides, you aren't scary even when you are angry, Estelle. If you want to see scary, little girl, I can totally arrange it. But, what's up then? Well, while I was out, this boy gave me a letter to give to you. A letter? Yeah, it was weird. Here, take it. Ren handed Estelle a letter. Huh? It is addressed to me. Yeah, like I said. Who's this from? I think the letter might tell you. I am kinda peaked. Oh, well, let's see. I'll sneeze. Okay. Estelle opened the letter. My dearest Estelle, I've thought this over again and again, and now I realize there's something I absolutely must tell you. Oh, what's this about? I know this is a lot to ask, but can I meet you alone? I'll be waiting this evening at the Gurun Gate above the Onberg Wall. Huh, so those like ramparts or whatever above the gate actually are gonna serve a purpose for once. What? Hee, is it from who I thought after all? As soon as I saw him, I remembered you telling me that story and figured it was the boy you were talking about. This... Ren, who gave this to you? A really cute boy with black hair and amber eyes. He asked me to give it to you when I was at the landing port. Of course. That was the Joshua you talked about, right, Estelle? I... maybe. The writing looks like his too, so it's got to be him. Evening at the Gurun Gate above Onberg. Evening. Adios, that's practically now. Estelle, honey, what's wrong? Elnan's about to brief everyone on our findings. Why are you out here? Shara, what should I do? Estelle, what's wrong? Come on, now tell me. Estelle wordlessly showed Sherazard the letter. This is from Joshua, isn't it? Oh, my nose is already. Oh my gosh. It's okay. I'm gonna wrap up the stream pretty soon after this scene. This is from Joshua, isn't it? I think so. Ren said she got it from someone that looks like just like him. I see. Alright, off you go. What? I'll come up with something to tell the others. Or would you rather stay here and mope? Oh, Shara, thank you. You too, Ren. Thank you for telling me. Goodbye. You're... She's gone already. Does she really want to meet Joshua that badly? Yes, she does. Joshua is the whole reason she's traveling, after all. Above the Onberg wall at the Gurun gate. I've got to hurry. Okie dokie. Oops, the controller. Run like the wind! It's evening already, crap. Okay, calm down. Above the Onberg, in other words, on the top of the wall. I've got to hurry. There was anyone, he'd have to be on the southern side of the wall, I guess. To get to the south side, get to the stairs, head to the south door, that should get you there. Okay. What? Maybe like this? That doesn't look like him at all. That looks like the minister dude.
Curse that Philip and his incessant scolding. Who does he think I am? I'm Dunan von Osles, the rightful heir to this country. Ugh, think I drank too much beer. That curry stuff was quite tasty though. I suppose lowering myself amongst the shelf to that level of peasants can be enjoyable sometimes. peasants, those brats, Claudia, and that Bracer girl. Why, how could little girls like them? Why'd they confuse me with their words and their...
Your suffering is great indeed, Your Highness. Well, it's, Amalthea, I think I remember her name being.
You're Richards.
Captain Canone... Is it Canone or Canone? Captain Canone Amalthea, Your Highness. It is good to see you well, though I suspect I may have caught you at a bad time.
What do you want with me? You're a wanted woman, you know. Ugh.
Don't be so tense, Your Highness. You might get hurt. I simply need your help, that's all. If you would come with me... Joshua! Womp womp womp. Huh? What? Estelle, that you? Kevin? Why are you here? He isn't here. Well, hey, been a while, hasn't it? How's this for chances? You don't think there might be a destiny thing between us, do you? Kevin, listen. Did you meet anyone else on your way here? Huh? Someone else? Wait, you're here to meet someone too? Yeah, Josh, or hold on, you too? I got called out here by a letter. Really? Me too. What a crazy coincidence. Huh, I know, right? Or not. No way this is just a coincidence. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. So then, Joshua called you out here too, huh? Joshua? Ain't that boyfriend you were talking about? I had no idea. Didn't think Joshua would be that, well seasoned. I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. Love can fill in any gap in age. You'd think that'd mean I'd have a shot, though. Huh. I kind of get the sense we're having two different conversations here. You said you got called here by a letter from someone. Who? Yeah, a letter delivered addressed to me at Gronsel Cathedral. The man who delivered it was a fairly handsome middle-aged guy. Handsome middle-aged guy? But Joshua's the same age I am. Why would you ever think he's some old dude? Really? Of course. I was, wondering what was up with that. That's my line. But then what the heck is going on? Wait, this is... The middle-aged guy was just Joshua in disguise! Really? Just a coincidence? Nah, it's a trap. It's a trap! Huh? I was afraid of that. Oh man, so much for coincidences. Here they come. Okay. Port Seeker. Unknown machines that attacked out of nowhere. Can repair allies. Oh, that's pretty good. This would be good if it was like a bigger party, but since it's just us two, it's not worth it. That's pretty good. Block 1 attack, 2 with full CP. Yeah, this is better with a full party. Oh, come on.
Guys, come on!
I'll save you!
Let's do this thing!
No problem! Eat hot arrows!
Nice.
Piece of cake!
These are... Ugh. Okay, bye. Huh? What the heck was that? And those things, they were like... They were less like monsters and more like... Yeah, they were kind of like the archaisms in Granzo Castle's sealed ruins. Puppet weapons of some sort. Trick is, they looked like they were built recently. What do you mean? Well, archaisms are ancient, and you could tell by the wear, right? But looking at them, the way the orbments were made, those things were modern. They're just about as good as the ones from down below, too. Oh, I see. Wait a second. How do you know about what's beneath Gronzo's castle? Hey, who goes there? Ah, soldier. Thought I heard something. You two, what are you doing here? Wait a moment, please. We were just attacked by strange machines. Strange what? Sorry to have caused a disturbance, sir. Actually, the little lady here is a member of the Bracer Guild, you see. We're in the middle of investigating something. Huh? A bracer? Really? Estelle, make with the notebook and badge, why don't you? Let the nice man know he doesn't need to shoot us in the face. Oh, sure. Estelle showed Warrant Officer Graves her notebook and badge. They look real at least. So what's this something you're investigating? A terrorist group who call themselves the Society of Ouroboros. They've been conducting experiments and causing trouble all over the country recently. We were pursuing a lead on them when we got attacked by these machines. Wait, come to think of it, HQ did tell us to keep an ear open for things relating to a society. So, are these guys out on the roads also with this group then? Wait, hold on. Someone showed up on the roads? What do you mean? We just got word from the squad guarding the Ouroboros Villa. They were attacked by an armed group. What? Good news is Lieutenant Colonel Sid and company managed to send them packing with no trouble. At the moment, they've got the roads closed and they're hunting the attackers. Oh great. Things really are getting serious. We should probably book it back to the guild house then. But... Yeah, those guys might be the same ones you're after. Alright, we'll keep an eye on this area. You two get back to the capital guild house. Go on. Thanks, sir. Come on, Estelle, let's get back. Wait, hold on. Yeah, she doesn't know he's like... The ministers of the church do more than just like preaching and stuff, I think. No, just a damn second, Kevin. If that's even your name. You can't weasel your way out of this. Ha, guess you won't just let it slide, huh? Cheeky winks aren't helping your case, Buster. Look, who in the hell are you? You know what we're doing. You know about Ronso Castle. You know about Ouroboros. Don't tell me you're just some wandering priest. I promise I've never lied to you. I am a full priest of the church. Though it is true that I'm not just a priest, you could say. Yeah, that's super reassuring and not sinister at all. I'll explain everything later, and I do mean everything. I was serious when I said we should get back to the guild house, though. I have a feeling some serious stuff is going down. Huh? Serious stuff? Now I'm totally confused. Why? I was going to see Joshua again. Why did all this? About that. That letter from your boyfriend. You're sure it's from him? Huh? Yeah, from what the girl who gave me the letter said, I can't imagine it's anyone else. But this girl doesn't exactly know you're Joshua by sight, right? In that case, it'd be easy enough to get someone who looks close enough. But even the handwriting is like Joshua's. It's easier to spoof handwriting than you think, especially if you know how the person writes. It's definitely easy enough to fool someone who already wants to believe. Here's the letter I got at the cathedral for the record. Kevin produced an envelope from his pocket. What? Thought so. We both got the same envelope. The letter I got promised me a juicy lead on what I've been investigating. So both letters were done by the same group? But who? Why? No idea. Maybe the society, maybe someone else. All I can say is, they got us both hook, line, and sinker. Don't. With me. I don't know who these jerks are, but they don't get to screw with me, pretending to be Joshua and trying to lure me to my death. I won't let them get away with this. You hear me? I am beating your faces in, you jerks. My ears. Calm down, Estelle. Getting worked up and losing our focus is exactly what the people behind this want to happen. Let's head back and go over what we know, okay? Yeah, okay. Though Kevin, just to be clear, I still don't trust you. If you do a big dramatic reveal as an Ouroboros agent or something, I will brain you, got it? Ha, don't worry. Heck, I'd love to get hit by you. I'm always willing to sacrifice my body for the woman I love. What a weirdo. What are you? Oh, come on, stop trying to distract me from my burning distrust here. It's what I do best. So, like I said, back to the guild house. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna end it here because we found out the big reveal, the big cutscene, and they finally gave us back control. So yeah, I should be playing this tomorrow morning again. So yeah, that's Friday. Like I said before, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is currently reserved for my Legend of Heroes project. Saturday, Sunday is currently reserved for Super Neptunia RPG if I happen to be streaming. I'm going to try to make a more concerted effort to stream on Saturday and Sunday. And Monday, Tuesday is now reserved for Star Wars Fallen Order. And I generally stream in the morning because I work in the afternoon. My off days rotate, so it's really hard to make a consistent schedule and stuff like that, unfortunately. But yeah, if you're interested in any of those, or you just like hanging out with me, you're more than welcome to come and hang out again in the future. Oscar, thank you as always for hanging out. Anyone else who might have stopped by, lurked, whatever, I appreciate just having you here, because having you being here makes the streams more fun in general, and also helps me focus, helps motivate and encourage me to actually play games I get, and continue this project, rather than games sitting in some sort of backlog. So, thank you for that. The Steam code thing is still going on. Info is below if you're interested. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna save. So yeah, other than that, have a great rest of your day and play some games and have some fun. Okay, let's save. Today is Thursday, December 5th. This is the 14th stream. Okay, the 18th slot. 13, 16, 59. Alright. Thanks again, and go play some games yourself. Take care.